TigerBelly is going live, ladies and gentlemen, and we are on tour once again. We did one show in LA. It was the most successful show I've ever done. It's August 25th at the Wing Spear Opera House in Dallas, Texas. Then we're also going to be August 26th. We're going to be at the ACL live at the Moody Theater in Austin, Texas. August 31st, we're going to be at the Moore Theater, Seattle, Washington.
You guys, this is super interactive. We bring audience members up on stage. It's just a real good family night.
It's a game show.
And we can't wait to see you
You're
there.
gonna love it.
Go get tickets.
Go to www.tigerbellylive.com.
Where's it at?
You can on demand.
Do people ever ask if you're half Asian?
Yes.
You look
Kazakhstan.
He looks
No,
like
he-
Kazakhstan.
It is. Well, do you know the?
Don't ever call him Kazakhstan, man.
I know it's
All right,
it's-
Chinese?
Do you
I'm
know?
sorry.
Well, do you know the step theory? Do you know about this? Like Genghis
This
Khan
guy don't
theory?
know
Oh,
about
yes,
step
yes, yes.
theories or
That
nothing.
that's a true thing.
Yeah.
And so when you look at, there are Jews like me. When you look
Find
at me,
out.
you're like, are you like Thai or something a little bit? And it's the step theory. That's what it is. Kublai Khan went to town on my great grandmother, and we did a sketch about that on a little show called History of the World, starring Bobby Lee. Have we wrapped this up yet?
We haven't even started. Let me begin. It's my show.
What is up with you today?
I just woke up. It's my show. I get to do what I want.
I was just on the picket line with Guy Stevenson. Remember Guy, the writer on MADtv? Guy.
I
was
love Guy
He was
Stevenson.
amazing. He was a writer.
Guy Stevenson was so tall.
Hey, by the way, can I just thank you for
He's
all the
6'9". What?
all the picketing you've been doing in support? I think it's great seeing you out on the
Hey,
line.
can I say something right now?
I really appreciate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
it's
interesting
great.
that you're saying that because I do picket.
No, you're picking.
I do picket.
You're picking scab.
What? Yeah. And I picket, right? But not for the writers.
You're picketing
I'm
for the
picketing
studios?
Yes. Yes. Or I'm across the street, dude.
That's you honking
Yeah,
your
I don't
horn?
think you guys deserve any money.
He's honking his horn, but in support of the studio.
He's always felt like Netflix has hated him, so this is his way of trying to.
trying to get in with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always have this boogeyman, you know what I mean? That like there's a company, every year there's a different company, and then 2 years ago it was HBO hates me, you know what I mean?
It's always good to have a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate and a new one every year.
Yeah.
Oh man, if Walmart is on my ass.
Okay. Anywho, I'm gonna start my show then. All right.
Anywho.
Beep boop, beep boop. All right. So here we go. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Bob.
Hi, Bob.
I just woke up, but I was 6. I'm seeing a guy here.
Oh my god.
He's my friend. I've known him for a long time. I love him so much. Over the years, he's killing it. He's so killing it. You know what I mean?
You do this for a living?
Yeah. So anyway, welcome to another episode of TigerBelly.
Thank you.
I didn't say your name yet.
Okay,
Fuck tard.
sorry. Thank you.
Okay, don't ever talk until I say your name.
This is my first time on a podcast. So
Have you done any of them?
I've never done a podcast before.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Let me know how.
You're doing so good.
Let me know how I'm doing.
Start, George, I'm going to start, okay? And I don't like your fucking vibe right now. Your producer vibe. Also, your suits, dude. When I think about it, dude, they fucking suck.
Your nice, dressed, calm, cool vibe. You don't like that?
No, he now dresses like that 24/7, right? Am I not correct?
24/7.
What is it doing for you? Nothing.
No,
Anyway.
First of all, he's wearing a fantastic suit. He looks like he just got the Glengarry leads from Glengarry Glen Ross. He's about to tell Al Pacino to go fuck himself.
Reference.
Wait, you made me watch that.
I made you watch that
Yeah.
movie. What a great movie.
Great movie.
The Alec Baldwin fucking monologue with the balls.
Set of steak knives.
Yeah. Anyway.
One day I'm gonna shoot a woman in the face. Did he say that?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So anywho, I'm Bob. Like I said,
Say it again.
we have a guest on. So many years ago, I was on a community service TV show. You know what I mean? Where it was like low budge. Up down, down up. And I worked with a lot of different kinds of people, but this guy I worked with, he came. Well, I was on it for a couple years, and then him and Josh Myers, not the comic, But
There's another comic named Josh Myers.
Yeah, but I made him change his name to Josh
Good.
Adam Myers.
Thank you.
Because I think that your Josh Myers, our Josh Myers, is a legit Josh Myers.
I also think his middle name is also Adam.
You being real? You being real?
I think
yeah. So anyway, so this guy, he's from Chicago. He's from Boom, Chicago. He's from Second City, right? And then we worked on Mad, I don't know, 5 years together.
We were on there for 5 years.
Yeah, and
2000
Ike Barinholtz.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Ike Barinholtz. One more time, Ike Barinholtz.
Just came out. They're going to play my reel real quick. And you guys, some of my deep cuts. HDMI 3 is kicking. Let's do it. We were on there from 2002 to 2007 together.
My God. And I'm going to say something. I have some apologies that I have to do.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to.
You don't have to.
But I want to. Because I'll tell you why. I've been thinking about some of my behaviors back in the day. And I just want to apologize. Number one, I want to apologize for one day you and Nicole Parker were writing in Dick Blasucci's office. Right?
Wow.
And he had some Tums on his desk. Mm-hmm. And I jammed in my butthole.
Yes.
My butthole started foaming.
Yeah. It was crazy.
It was crazy. I know. My butthole started foaming. Mm-hmm. I shot out a couple of pellets, right? A little poo came out. Yeah. And then Dick was mad, but you laughed. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't think that's the right behavior when people are writing. Am I not right?
I didn't.
Am I right? Can we get a consensus in the room?
Yeah.
That's not good behavior.
Well, it was funny.
Yeah, I was fine with it.
You're fine with it?
I was fine with it. I remember you came to my dressing room one time, and you literally were like, I'm gonna take a shit on your floor. And I was like, don't. And you just fucking took a shit right in front of me.
Yeah.
And it was like very anticlimactic because I would clean it up. And you were like, all right. And then you just had to get on your knees and clean
But that's
it up.
not normal behavior.
Well, no, it wasn't. Hey, it was the 2000s. George W. Fuck was our president.
I know.
But it was like everyone was crazy then. Like every day we were there was like 10 things happened that would have gotten people fired.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then the last thing I want.
That's just the sketches.
The last thing I want to apologize about. You, me, and Josh were doing Ben. We had to promote. Remember back then we had to promote and went to Ben Gleib's talk show or something.
Oh, this I do remember.
Yeah.
You don't apologize to me. You have to apologize to Mrs. Glebe.
Oh yeah, what happened?
I mean, again, these memories come in like I'm almost like a Vietnam vet that like has just flashbacks of like the name, you know. But I do remember like we were promoting something and Ben Glebe, who was a comedian, or he was a talk show host. He was like a dude.
Yeah, he was a dude. He was a talk show
yeah.
dude. Yeah.
And he had us on, and he's like, "We're gonna do a fun bit. I have this woman who's like a fortune teller."
Fortune teller. Yeah.
And Josh and I knew it was a bit, and we were just playing along with the bit. And Bobby was like, "This is fucking bullshit. You're a liar. I don't think everything you say is bullshit. I'm not down with this." Like he was so mean to.
I was so mean to her.
To this woman, and then we found out it was Ben Gleib's mom.
Yeah, I was being such a dick. But also in the green room, I was doing weird things like I was stuffing stuff in my butthole and just weird stuff.
Why do you think you wanted to like self?
Hey, John, what's up? You're my boy, huh? For life.
I have a
love it.
question. Like, why do you think you always wanted to do anal on yourself?
He's gay.
Who said that?
I did.
Why'd you say that?
Because
I'm not.
I was just a
Yeah,
joke.
I know, but I'm not.
Like,
you know?
does it,
You know what I mean? You throw that out there, they clip that, you know what I mean? I'm gay.
does it feel good?
I don't mind. I'm supportive of the LG, you know what I mean? But
Of course.
Yeah, but it's weird because you don't let any fingers up there. But why did you keep shoving shit up your ass when you were young?
I think at the time, right, I didn't have the talent.
Don't sell yourself.
I know. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, these guys can do impressions. And they're like, and they can do
Excuse
like.
me, sir. No one does a better Connie Chung in these 50 United States than you.
I don't know. And, I mean, they can do characters, and this is their thing, right? So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'll just be weird.
Okay.
Right?
That's part of it. I think the other part was,
Yeah.
it really was, the 2000s was like a very crazy decade where, first of all, a lot of us were loaded a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of like people were doing drugs a lot.
Yeah,
drinking
yeah.
and shit. But look at that, right there. I'm
everyone's
so
so
coked up
wholesome.
there. I cut off most of Jordan Peele, huh? Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. But I think at that time, really, it was comedy was like.
Look at us. Oh my God.
That's at the upfronts. Oh, look at that. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. I look like Corey Haim. Oh no.
Look at us back then.
I mean, we look like the world, like a boy band and our manager.
I'm the manager or Mike?
Mike is.
Okay, good.
Mike
good.
is.
I don't want to be the manager.
He's like our manager that will go to jail for like sex abuse. But that 2000s, don't you feel like everyone back then was like in the 2000s like, look at my dick hole.
Yeah.
Comedy was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just so gross, which I loved. I was a huge fan of it. I still am. I showed my dick hole to a couple people this morning. But I think at that time, it was just, everyone was like crazy. We're just like, people were just nuts.
Yeah. And I find myself apologizing to people. Like, Flanagan, I farted in her mouth.
That one, again, you never have to apologize to me. There was never a day where I was driving home and I was like, fuck Bobby.
Yeah.
But like, Flanagan, I get that. That's a good
Yeah, that was tough. Yeah.
He farted and I saw her hair move. Oh my. Like, literally, like I saw the wind from his ass. Yeah. I've seen if you right now, the lights went out in the studio and you just put a Sharpie in my hand, I could draw your asshole. Like every lip.
Thank you.
Every muscle.
Thank you.
I love it.
And then I also want to talk, there was one sketch that you and I did. We did several of them. And I remember they never did well. In fact,
they always bombed.
They bombed. Yeah. And I remember one time we did one take. So we did it in front of a live audience. Knobs.
Yeah.
So
okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready for a high concept sketch?
And I did it.
Here you go. Right here's this is gonna take us to really allow your brain to try to figure this out.
Yeah.
Two submental cretins work in a knob store.
We sell
like a doorknob.
Doorknobs.
Yes.
Yeah, we sell doorknobs.
Yes. That's the whole fucking sketch.
That's the whole sketch.
And like two girls would come in and we'd be like, "Do you want a knob?"
Yeah. But the bit was, you and I would tell jokes, like pranks.
Yeah.
And I did impressions?
Yeah, but use impressions to be like, it's me, Johnny Carson. See you later, sweetheart. They're terrible.
And then they would always cut back to flashbacks.
Right.
Like two girls would walk in, we do a flashback of what we thought should happen.
Oh, this actually made it.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
I got the Tonight Show. Hello? Is this the Tonight Show with Jay Leno? Yes. My friend does impressions, and I make phony phone calls, and we'd love to be on your show. Hello? Hello? He hung up again.
What? What was that?
Homer's Simpson. 18 years, and it's still fresh. Knobs. Do we sell knobs? No, we're all out. You want to talk to the manager? Okay.
That's your
Ness. Mr. P. Ness. Can you say that name back to me? No? Yeah? Well, you almost said penis.
All right, so
if we watch any more, I will kill myself.
I will do.
I will say that sketch is much funnier than I remember.
Yeah.
The writers always thought our sketches were hilarious.
Yeah.
Sometimes the crowd was kind of like.
So we did one time. We did a knobs one run through in front of an audience. It was so silent that when the sketch was done, Ike and I collapsed to the ground.
Yeah, I was trying to scratch through the like during the Blitzkrieg when bombs were dropped. People would try to scratch through the floor instinctively, and
it was so bad. But we laughed.
Yeah,
we're like, oh my God. But I'm going to tell you the hardest I've ever laughed with you is we did the geisha sketch.
Connie Chung falling backwards?
No. It was the
Memories of a
Geisha.
Yeah.
You played. But back then they were like, oh, I could play an Asian guy.
Wait, he raised his hand and ball.
No, I mean there was little other Asian dudes in the cast.
Look at
his eyes.
It was me, and then a distant third was Frank Caliendo.
Right. And so, we did the geisha, and then we had this one scene where he's a guy, I'm a geisha.
Yeah.
And we're doing we're scissoring.
What is that?
Another movie.
This was a movie, Memoirs of the Geisha.
Even do a hooker, but this time she's Asia.
I'm looking for the
Oh,
most
no.
beautiful girl in all of Japan. You are the most beautiful. What the?
Well, I gotta get the eye. Watch.
Oh no.
A true geisha can stop a man with one look. No, Sayori, must try again. No, strike two.
It hard.
Harder.
All right, which one?
Can you believe that won a Kennedy Center honor? That is amazing. They gave that sketch the honor that year.
So you and I were scissoring,
Yeah.
right? And we were laughing so hard, and obviously it never made it into the sketch. But I just remember just the joy. I mean, the joy of that.
I remember when we were doing a Survivor sketch, and you were playing Connie Chung. It's like, I think Jeff Probst was actually on the show, right?
Yeah.
And you guys are like sitting around like the logs with the fire, and you said something, and I remember like they go, "How do you know?" And you go, "Ancient Chinese secret." And you bow and back up, and you fall, and you roll over.
I don't remember.
And you stand up, and then afterwards you go, I took a shit in my skirt when that happened. I actually shit a little bit in my skirt when I fell. You go, ancient Chinese secret for Connie Chung, who's Korean.
Wait, what?
Fuck.
Was that live or pre?
That was a live.
Yeah.
That was a live one, baby.
What are your memories of it, though? I mean, do you look back on it and you're like, in a positive way, or?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, more or less. Yes. At this point now, I do. I was, they let me go. Like I did 5.
did?
Yeah, I did 5 years, and then like I was expecting to come back, and it was so embarrassing. I remember like I was with my wife on like a little vacation, and I was like, I said to her like, if they don't pay me, X amount of dollars, I'm not coming back. And my manager called me and goes, so their offer's nothing. And so I was. They like
what?
Yeah,
I did not even know that.
Yeah, they brought everyone else back. I think they knew the show was over because you guys did like another year. After
Oh,
that.
yeah. Oh my God,
And
that was a grim year.
I think it was they were circling the drain a little bit, and I figured they were like, we don't need him. But I was sad because you and Jordan and Keegan were still there.
Yeah.
And so I was bummed. And then when I was there, like I wish I could go back now and say to myself, like, don't stress about this. Like I remember being stressed because I was like, this could be the best sketch show on TV. Like I felt like I was in an Aaron Sorkin show where I was like, God damn it, it's important to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This sketch where I'm playing the dad on Frasier, it's important to me.
Yeah.
And so I remember like just being like frustrated. I was always like, we should not be trying to be like SNL. And like SNL at that time was, I think, the best SNL ever.
It was a great.
Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler and Bill Hader and Tina. It was just like the best ever.
Yeah.
And so us trying to like have guests on, most of our guests were kind of like.
I mean, we would have. I mean, the earlier years we'd get like Ryan Reynolds did it.
Yeah, but it was Ryan Reynolds like 10 years before Deadpool came out.
I know.
Like and I remember he was so cool and nice.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
awesome he did it, and I thought it was cool. But it was like
at the time.
yeah, we would be like, oh, we're getting this wrestler who's kind of popular right now, and then SNL would be like, oh, there's a sketch where like Paul McCartney is like blowing Steve Martin. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like,
yeah,
what are we doing?
yeah,
Like, why are we
Right.
playing that
Yeah.
game? I always thought.
Yeah.
But it was still like I should have just let go. Hey, let go and let God is what I.
Yeah.
But I was very like, we need to be working harder and doing better sketches. These sketches are bad. So I should have just shut the fuck up.
Did you feel that? Because I remember, like after Mad was over, I would see you at auditions and stuff, right? And we would like be so happy to see each other. But I felt that the first 5 years of leaving Mad was pretty grim for me.
It was 3 years for me, about 3.5 years, and it was the worst time I had in LA and Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I was like, well, Mad TV's over. I'll just get my own pilot. Everyone's got and like people were like, oh no, we hate you. We hate Mad TV. Like, we don't fucking give a shit about you.
Yeah, it was actually an embarrassing thing. People go, oh, he's from Mad TV. Like it was a negative thing.
Really?
At the time, yes.
Yes, at the
Now,
time.
what
No,
I've
not now.
learned is that younger people, I think, do have more of an appreciation for it. Like I don't know. This might be anecdotal.
No,
But
dude,
like,
I go to
It's
Canada.
100%.
I go to Canada. I'm Elvis.
Dude.
I am. They love it.
Oh,
they love it.
If I go to like Magic Mountain, I am Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I am fucking Taylor
Swift. Yeah.
And I always love. Oh my God, I think I told you guys this story of how there was a guy you guys were like feuding with, who's like a wrestler, who's a comic.
Brendan Schaub.
Brendan Schaub.
A wrestler.
Oh, he's a fighter.
A fighter.
Yeah.
And I had never heard of any of this, but a Lyft driver, I took this Lyft driver one day, picked me up. It's fucking funny, funniest dude I've ever met in my life. I get in, he's like, "What's up, man?" Like doing that, like, holy shit, I can't believe it. So I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" He's like, yo, I was raised on MADtv. I was fucking raised on MADtv. Just fucking super excited about MADtv.
Yeah.
So we're driving. He pulls out what I thought was like a flute at first, then I realized it was a fucking vape gun. And he fucking filled the car.
Yeah.
He took a hit and rolled down the window, but blew it like in the car. And it was like if like someone ate like 1,000 raspberries and took a shit on you. And he's like, "Yo, you know what's going on with Bobby Lee?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh man, he's in this fucking fight with this guy." And he was telling me this story in pieces. He's like, "And this guy, man, this guy accused him of fucking lying." And this guy. And he's telling me the story like while he's going like 70 down a residential neighborhood and he's not using the rear view mirror.
Yeah.
He's like, and this guy's not even a real comic. I mean, he started a comic. He became a comic like 5 years ago because he was like Joe Rogan guy. He's like, "You like Joe Rogan?" I was like, I don't know. He's like, "Yeah, well, Bobby Lee and him, he wants a fucking Bobby Lee. And he's gonna go on a show." It was like this guy gave me this fucking, it was amazing. I saw you guys shortly afterwards. I saw you at the premiere of Nope. And I
That's
think I started
right.
telling
Yeah.
Dude, when I saw you then we were watching, how proud of you. I mean, I looked at Jordan, I was just like, I can't fucking believe it. It's amazing. I believe it.
Right.
But it's just like there's a pride. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
That was a good
Fun
night,
night,
man.
yeah.
He is, I mean, I remember he was a man. I don't think I'm talking out of school that he was a little frustrated when we were on Mad.
No wonder. Because he did our podcast. He talked about it.
He talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was definitely frustrated and done being there. And then like since he left there, like he does like one of the best sketch comedy shows of all time. He is, in my opinion, like top 5 sketch actors of all time.
Bro.
Like he does not get enough fucking credit.
Yeah.
He is like next level.
Bro, but when Keegan and him would during table reads, they would put the tables to the side and they would perform sketches live.
Yeah, it was wild.
And then you were in your head, you're like, "Oh, this is gonna get picked up."
Yeah.
they're crushing.
Yeah, and then he stops that and then becomes like one of the seminal filmmakers of our generation. It's really amazing. He's the best.
I've never talked about this before. I want to talk about what he told me after the Nope premiere.
Right.
Did he tell you about this? Because remember the scene where the monkey is on the set
Of the sitcom.
and he's killing everybody.
Yeah.
Well, you know where he shot that, right? Where we shot MADtv.
No way.
Yeah, and he goes, I'm the monkey. And I go, "Okay." And he goes,
Okay.
"And you're the little boy
You're the
underneath the
little boy.
table."
I had to kill you. You're hiding.
No, I gave you £1, remember?
Right. He's killing
And he
you.
goes, "You were
So who am I? One of the gaffers? Getting my fucking face torn off by an angry chimp?
Yeah.
Thanks, Jordan.
Yeah, but when he told me that, I was like, "Wow, man!" Like he put that in because he had so much anger at Mad, right?
Wow.
And he put it in a scene.
I'm so stupid. I'm like, "This is a scary scene." I don't find meaning. Like,
I don't know.
That scene was pretty
brutal.
The
epic,
scene where
though.
they fucking get sucked up into the thing,
Yeah.
I was nightmare zone for me.
Yeah.
And you know who I met at the after party?
Who?
Corey Feldman.
That's right, because he sat
'Cause he was
behind
on our-
us.
He was in our row.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I asked someone to take a picture. Corey Feldman, I was like, fuck, man. That's
Yeah.
a big one.
Did you see us?
Oh, he was so nice.
Oh,
He's
cool.
so small.
I know.
He's like a little child. And then he busted a couple Michael Jackson moves.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember sitting next to me was Riz Ahmed.
Yes.
And I could not focus the whole time because like the night of was like one of my favorite shows.
Oh, yeah. He was
Like,
good
oh my
on
God.
that shit.
But how does Corey Feldman make money? Residuals from Lost Boys?
Cameos?
Oh, Cameo.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You never
bro.
did Cameo, did you?
I've
Yeah,
never
right.
gone on it, but I've ordered many cameos. I won't go on the app and
Have they asked you?
Yeah, they actually texted me.
Yeah, they texted me
And
too.
I was like, I don't like that, but I
Wait,
love.
who have you ordered from?
I got Mindy Kaling for her birthday. I got her Anthony Scaramucci. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, Mindy, it's me, Anthony Scaramucci, famous for being in the White House for 18 days." Anyways, here's my kids. And he turned the camera over, and it was like his kids like eating. I was like, "Whoa, that's a rough one." But Rob Blagojevich, who was the governor of Illinois,
Yeah.
mostly like politicians. Ozzie Guillen, you know who Ozzie Guillen is? Anyone a baseball fan in here? He was a manager for the White Sox. He's really funny. He's like, he sends you a nice message when he's on like his 50th beer. It's just like, "Oh, Alan, man, your family loves you, man. They love you so much."
Wait, who did you get? What? Oh, Dr. Now from my 600-pound life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I like
that's
him.
a good
Yeah.
one.
I want to talk about the 3.5 years
Sucked.
in the dark. But then what happened?
Well, that 3 years, I was just not getting anything.
Yeah.
The only work I was getting were like I did some of those spoof movies.
Oh, that's right. You
Like
were
I
in.
did like the one with Nicole Parker.
Oh, right. Which one was that one?
I did a lot of them. I'm like John Turturro to their Coen brothers.
Yeah.
Meet the Spartans,
Yeah, that's right.
which was like a parody of 300, which is already a bad
Yeah.
disaster movie.
That's right.
Which I star with one Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
And oh my god, there was one that was like it was a parody of the Twilight.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah,
Vampires
yeah,
They were like, "Do you want vampires
Vampires
suck?"
suck.
They were like, "Hey, do you want to play Taylor Lautner's father?" I was like, "Only if he's a Native American man in a wheelchair." But
when you're doing those, you go, okay, well,
Yeah,
I'm in the game still. You know what I mean?
not even in the game. I was out of the game. They were kind enough to hire me and pay me, but I wasn't getting anything that I really wanted. And so I was really writing a lot then. You remember Dave Stassen?
I love him.
Very handsome Dave Stassen.
Yeah.
He was my partner, and we started writing. And we eventually sold the movie. We sold this movie as a spec, and it's called Central Intelligence, which ended up getting made with Kevin Hart and The Rock years ago.
Wow.
But we were just like, I'm just going to be a writer now. That's my thing. I'm a writer. You were always so nice. You were always like, you should do stand up. And I was like, I can't. I'm not going to do stand up. But I was just like, I'm gonna just be a writer full time. And then I got cast on Eastbound and Down.
That's what.
that was
that
when
was.
I was like,
yeah.
okay, I'm actually.
Ever since then, you were just. Pew, pew.
I mean, yeah, whatever. Fits and stops. Fits and starts. What is the term? Fits and starts. Starts and fits.
I don't know.
George, I can't believe you don't know
Why are you
this.
looking at him? You
We're
don't
not-
know
He,
shit.
he would
wearing
know
a
this.
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wearing
deception.
a
Look at him.
fucking suit.
Yeah. What's fits and starts to me, man?
I think it's fits and starts. It is fits and starts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You feel you. Well, I mean, that's.
It was.
I think everyone feels that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone in
Yeah,
this business.
yeah.
Brad Pitt is like, what do you fucking mean Tom Hanks got the part? Like everyone. But Eastbound was the first time that it was a show that I was a huge diehard fan of. And they really let me go crazy.
You played that Russian guy, right?
Played the Russian
Yeah,
guy.
that was really good.
Yeah,
I remember
really
watching it
fun.
going, oh my god, he's killing it.
Season 3, so fun. And after that, I think, kind of from there, it was a kind of a short walk to me.
Oh, shout out to Allison Jones.
Oh my God.
Dude,
the greatest.
without her, everyone listening, without Allison Jones, I would have done everything I've ever done was through her.
No, you would be working at like a skateboard shop.
I know. What's up, dude? Yeah. You like boards or what?
Yeah, I would love to help you. I just shredded my MCL last week, so she's like probably the best.
The best.
casting
She's so
director.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's casting director.
She put me on there, and she's put you in a ton of shit, and she's the greatest.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah.
But Danny was nice, and I think Danny was like, this guy is funny, and then people, if you know how it is, if someone is funny and they say this person's funny, then people start to think maybe they're funny.
Right.
how it goes.
And then you did the Mindy.
And then I did Mindy from there.
Yeah, but you were a writer and actor in it.
Yeah, she hired me to be a writer, but then, early on, she's like, yeah, you should maybe give me a part on the show. And I was like, I'll just be some like janitor who maybe is like a pedophile or something. And she wrote this great part for me. And again, she was like so great because I don't know about you, did you test a lot? if for those of you who don't know, when you audition for a thing, usually you audition for the casting director, and if they like you, they send you to the producers, and if the producers like you, they're like, we're going to test you, and they make your deal then and there, and you're locked in, and then you.
It's one of the most stressful human experiences.
It is
for me. That you could only, I mean, it's like, because you have to go in, like sometimes you would have to go into the president's office.
Oh my God.
Right? And
Yeah.
you're just, you and 3 people, and you go, oh, if I fuck this up, I'm out.
It's a level of stress that only like the most elite Marines go through. So I don't want to steal valor here, but I do board planes early.
Yeah.
I tell people I'm a veteran of the network wars. But
it's so hard. It's so hard.
then you test for the studio, and then if they like you, you go to the network. And sometimes, like Bobby said, that will be like just a woman's office with like 4 other people who are told that if they laugh, they will be fired. And you have to like sweatily go in there and fucking.
They never laugh.
They never.
They don't know what laughter is.
No, it's so stressful.
And they're just standing. They sit there like this, and the whole time you're going, did I just lose it? Yeah. Like you're trying to be in the scene and be grounded, and you're trying to listen, but it's like,
why aren't they just submitting to the experience? Like, what is that whole thing of like trying to keep poker face when there's talent in front of you?
I don't know. I don't know if it's
such a power
culture.
trippy
it's a
thing.
Power trip thing. I think
It's so
is.
gross.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but it was very stressful, and I never ever made it past the network test. I never once did. I'm talking. I tested 30 times.
wow.
For every level of show, and never got hired, and it's depressing. And Mindy Kaling, God bless her, basically said to the network, said to Fox, "Is like he's it. He's the guy. We're not testing anyone. You got to." She muscled them, and
Well, I mean, that's essentially how I got anything. Was it's like either I would have Scott Armstrong go, you know what? I know that was a terrible audition, but
He didn't read any of the lines.
yeah. I remember one time.
just did stand up.
One time she dragged me to an audition
By his
by my hair.
hair.
I'm not gonna get it.
He's like, I'm gonna bomb. I was like, go fucking bomb then. I don't care. Just do something. Go in.
Right, and I didn't even read it.
He read it off the page.
I read it. So I walked in there, right, and there was, you know how you go in. It's like it was like early on, so there's like 30 people, you know.
We were fighting in the parking lot.
We were almost fist fighting.
Yeah.
Right. And I read it. I picked up the thing. I walk in there with. They didn't even see my face, and I was like, I just said the lines.
And
like,
this was the movie The King's Speech.
Yeah, I got
You were
it.
brilliant.
That was me, dude. Yeah. And after I was done, I crumpled it up. I go later, and I left. And I ended
And
up
he
getting.
cussed me out. He was like, fuck you, that
you,
was fucking the
fuck
worst.
you,
You,
bitch.
made me fucking do this, you bitch.
Yeah. I go, bitch, that was fucking PTSD trauma, bitch. Right?
And the casting people were like, listen, his audition was bad, but we heard him yelling at his character. And he has the perfect amount of anger to play Ted Bundy.
And then that day, they called, they go, they're going to test you.
Yeah.
But they go, can you read the script? So I go,
Know the line.
oh, I'll read it. And then that Monday, I tested and I got it.
You got it,
remember? I
yeah.
didn't get picked up, but I
Yeah.
got it. I remember getting it.
Ooh, I was floating.
you
I
must
was
have been
just-
so happy.
So felt so
Well,
good.
the reason why, I stayed in the game was because of her, because there was a point where I was just like,
All I did was really wake him up and drive him.
Right.
yeah. But I was like, no one's hiring me.
So were you like, was this like an existential thing about like the business at large? Or were you like done with stand-up too?
No, stand-up was still there, but I just kind
Scared
of
of auditioning.
I was just scared because it's like you go on so many, and it gets to a point where it's like, oh, it doesn't matter what I do in there, because sometimes I would crush and go, oh my god, and then I would be, we put a pin in you, or one of those kind of the language that they use. And you go, oh, what does that mean? It means you didn't get shit.
Right, yeah.
That means
That's
no.
bad.
Remember when we didn't know? They were like, "Oh, let's put a pin," and we thought that was a good thing. You were like, "Oh, I think he's in the running."
Yeah. Well, I think it does mean you're in the running.
No, but
No one gets it. It's like we're putting a pin in you.
Yeah.
And we have a list of about 30 people.
Yeah.
And if
What
all of
does
them die in a plane crash, we're gonna
What does it mean though?
we'll come back to you.
we'll come back.
Yeah.
It means it's basically their way of being like, don't book anything else. But
wow, yeah.
I remember I went in for an audition one time for the Steve Jobs movie.
Whoa.
Right? And
Yeah.
I was shooting something at the time, and they sent me the audition like it's Monday, and it's for the director, Danny Boyle, one of my favorite directors.
I
Oh my
love
God.
Danny
Legend.
Boyle.
Spotted,
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
greatest fucking movies. And
he's in the room.
He's in the room, and Aaron Sorkin wrote the movie, and he's going to be in the room. And it's to play Steve Wozniak, right? Who's the Woz. And the script is like 10 pages of. And with the Aaron Sorkin script, you have to do it word for word. They tell you that. They're like, you got to do it word for word. And they're like, if you can be off book. I was like, be off book? Suck my dick. like, fuck no. I'm not going to be off book for a 10-page thing for a point I'm not going to get. I'm just going to go in. I'm going to coast on my natural charm. And I'm just going to kind of bullshit through it. And I go in and I'm reading with Aaron Sorkin. And
let's slow down.
Yeah.
Was he nice?
No. Danny Boyle was really nice.
Yeah.
Danny Boyle is like,
hello.
He's like, oh, sir, you're a brilliant comedian. Have you read the Walter Isaacson book about jobs? And I'm like, yes. Hadn't read a book in like 3 years at that point. I was like, oh yeah, of course. He's like, oh, so then what I'm trying to go for is the kind of internal dynamics between him and the daughter. And the daughter we won't recognize. And I was just like, yeah. And then Sorkin walks up, and I, of course, make a joke. I'm like, so we're just going to riff, right? He goes, yeah. And I don't think he's famously a friendly guy. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Danny Boyle's warm Irish. Aaron's not warm. Anyways, whatever. It doesn't matter. Because, 50 seconds into reading it, I start sweating the most I have ever. It's cascading. It's off my back. It's running down my butt cheeks.
Yeah.
My balls are sweating. I'm like flops. It was like, I almost want to stop and go, can we just stop? Can I just fucking leave? But I sweated my way through it.
And you weren't off book. You read it off the page. You cold read
it off the page. But doing that thing where I'm like, I only look up when there's a period.
Yeah.
You can't process that. We've never had the 1114 GS. I don't care what you say. This is my deal, and you can't infringe on it. It's like a fucking dog shit acting. Sucks.
And then that drive home is.
The drive home is just like fuck it, fuck everyone.
Yeah.
It's I don't do it a lot anymore, just because I feel like anything that they're asking me to audition for, I'm not gonna get it.
All right.
You know what I mean? If they see me and they're like, we need an awkward man who might be Ukrainian.
Yeah.
But if they're like my agents recently were like, hey, we want you to go out to be the lead villain in a massive new superhero movie.
Wow.
And I was like, no. I appreciate you. This is what I want. But you
don't think you're gonna get it.
Literally 0.0, I will go to the moon first. I
know, but let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Why don't? Because this is and when my agents go, you know what I mean. You're probably not going to get it, but they might. If you do well, there might be a smaller part in there. What about that?
But then it's going to be I'm just going to end up playing some cuck who's begging for his life. Please don't kill me, Aquaman. You know what I mean? It's always going to be the comedy guy.
Right.
No, I'm sorry, I'm late. I was watching my wife get fucked. I'm sorry. Which way's the synagogue? No, please don't kill me.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So at the end of the day, it's I think it's changed where it's for me, the last 3 jobs I've had were just called.
Yeah, that's the fucking best.
It's the best. They just say, hey, you want to do this? I'm like, oh, I'll do it.
Sarah Jessica Parker calls you. She's like, hey, be my best friend.
MPK did call, and he goes, please do it. Because at first I said no.
Right.
Because
You didn't watch it.
I never saw it. It was.
You never saw the show, but I don't believe you did a parody of it on MADtv.
No, I literally.
You didn't talk about that, did you? Where you said to Sarah Jessica Parker?
No,
we had a man play you on our version.
Did I really? I don't think I was in that sketch.
I remember we did a sketch of it. I remember we cast a motherfucking linebacker to play her. Which I was like, again, when I say we cast, they cast. I didn't do shit. Yeah. I love you, Sarah Jessica. I would love to be a love interest on, here we go. Maybe we weren't in it. Sluts in the City, really nice. Yeah, it's Michael McDonald.
Was that Michael McDonald?
Is it?
Yeah.
It looks like Mike, yeah.
Yeah, it's Mike, Alex, Steph, and anyways.
Well, I remember, this is how little I know about it. We did one scene where I was like, MPK cut, and he goes, why do you keep calling her Connie? I go, what is it? Carrie.
No.
Yeah. And then like they're trying to laugh it off, and I was just like, oh fuck, what's going on?
It's one of the most iconic television.
That's the thing. I don't know anything about
Wait,
it.
what is Carrie's last name?
Bradshaw?
Oh, thank
There
God.
we go.
Right.
Yeah. Well, because I've been yelled at. They pull me aside. Carrie Bradshaw.
Who are the
Carrie
girls?
Bradshaw.
Name all the
hold on.
girls.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
Name all the girls.
Fuck.
Come on.
Carrie Bradshaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me initial like the
You're
letter?
such a
S.
such a
Savannah.
No.
What is? Give it to me.
Kim Cattrall's character.
I hate
Okay, I know, but what's her some?
Samantha.
Okay, and then redhead.
redheads. She ran for governor. Cynthia Nixon.
Cynthia Nixon. Yeah, I love. She's so sweet.
I don't know this one either, by the way. What is her name?
With an M.
Oh, I know.
Meredith.
Murphy
Brown.
When a cop arrests you, he reads you these rights.
Yeah.
What is it?
When a
Yes.
cop arrests
Yes.
you, he reads you these rights.
Affidavit. No.
Affidavit.
Ask you to read that.
I don't know. I'm not good at under pressure.
Your Honor, can I have a new lawyer? Affidavit.
Oh my God.
Affidavit.
Miranda. And the last one is
right. I don't know.
Looking at you. I'm looking at
I have no idea. I have no idea.
What's her name? The
don't know
dark-haired
the
one.
I forgot her name.
I can see her face.
I don't know, but
With
let
the
me
good
just.
legs, the one who Aries.
I don't want to play it anymore.
Oh, God.
Hey, I just realized Carrie Bradshaw is really close to Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Is that it? Do they
Yeah.
have jokes about that? Are people like, oh, my parents are big Steelers fans? I don't know.
But I just go bad by they're so super sweet. So
Right.
and I know it's an iconic thing. So I know my lines.
Yeah.
So I show up. I'm nice. Whatever.
Have you? Can I ask you a question? What if you had to do a sex scene on that show? Would you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll kill it.
Yeah.
I would do gay scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
So would I.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was a great movie.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's
What
just
would you
a guy in his iPhone and
But,
we're at a bar.
Okay, let's suppose both of you guys
Like, we
were
were-
cast in like HBO's Idol.
Okay.
And we had a sex scene. You
okay.
and I.
So here's what. Here's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the Idol.
Yeah.
You are Johnny Depp's daughter. You
Yeah.
are the.
Is she in it?
Yes, but it's not.
softcore.
This is not. We're gonna take it out of the music realm.
Okay.
This is straight up in the stand-up realm.
Okay.
I am the Weeknd, and I am the hottest new comedy manager.
Okay.
And I see you one night.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're doing your set.
Can I change my name? Can I create a name?
Yeah. What's your name?
I think it should be Affidavit Cho.
Affidavit Show.
Yeah.
Affidavit Cho.
What do you think? Affidavit Cho.
Yeah.
So now I've just watched you. I've just watched you crush, and this is me coming to you backstage.
Oh, we're acting?
We're gonna act out right now.
All right.
I'm
Can I just summon my act?
do the last joke. I don't have time for this.
What?
Do the last.
Well, no, I mean, I don't want to do it based on your thing. You're putting pressure on. I want to.
do like your last joke, and then thank you, everyone.
Yeah, and that's why Remington Steele is a hatchet man.
Yeah. Affidavit.
Yeah. Good night. I get. Oh man, what a set.
Hey.
Woo.
Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing?
Why are you whispering?
Because I'm a sexy manager.
Oh shit. My bad, dude. How'd you get back here?
I know everyone. I have friends everywhere.
Oh really?
Listen, I think you could be the #1 stand-up in the world.
Hey, should I whisper too? Yeah.
Now I want you to do me a favor.
Suck your dick.
I want you to suck my dick.
Okay.
I'm gonna suck at my dick. I'm gonna eat your fucking ass. It's a 69, but with ass.
How do you do that?
You're gonna suck my dick, and
I
I'm
know.
just gonna crane my neck a little more. It's a short distance between a dick and an ass.
Yeah. Wow, so you could contort your neck that way. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
Next thing I want to hear you say is "oh." Now,
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
this is what you're imagining.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, your question would be, would we do it?
Yeah.
We would do it.
I would definitely.
Yeah, but it would be so fun. I mean, they would do probably 3,000 takes.
I would
be laughing so hard.
Real talk. I would, if I had to do like a really graphic sex scene. It would, if it's a comedy and I can couch it in comedy, that's easy. It's a tougher sell for my wife if I'm like, listen, I'm doing a thriller. And, you know what I mean? And there's a scene where I have to fucking really that would be a tough one to do. That'd be a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't
She's
know
so
if I could
sweet,
do it.
your wife.
She's-
Also,
yeah.
especially if it's like if you had to actually be attractive, that's another
Who, me?
type of pressure.
Yeah,
With
if-
comedy, it's like you could just do whatever.
Oh yeah, it's better if you were more out of shape and stuff.
Well, I would do
Yeah.
a Christian Bale thing.
What would you do? The Machinist?
No, I would just work. No. What the fuck?
Hey,
yeah, I would not eat for a
Bobby
year.
lost 145 pounds.
No one told him he didn't have to.
He didn't have to.
just
Yeah.
did.
No, but I would if I got if A24 called.
Okay.
And they go, dude, it's like an action adventure, sci-fi, wonderment, and you're with Ike. It's gonna be great, right? But you have to look tip top,
Ripped.
right? And I go, how much time do I have? They go, 6 months. You
my God.
will never recognize me.
You'll get on test.
You'll do a Kumail.
Yeah, you'll do
Yeah,
it.
you won't recognize me. I will look so good, dude.
Kumail's body is fucking
It's absurd.
insane.
I don't like it.
I like
It's too much.
I like it.
You do? Why?
He's like, I like guys. No, he just because I know he's wanted to be like jacked his whole life, and then he got cast in a Marvel movie and got it. I'm doing a Marvel movie.
No, really?
Sorry, Marvelous Miss Maisel movie. Sorry, I'm playing Steve.
Are you really doing Marvelous Miss? Have you done that show?
No.
Yeah.
love
Alex
that.
Borstein.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she's
good.
so great in it.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, if you look at us now, the Mad alum.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing fine.
There's people who are working.
Yeah,
doing
yeah. We're
good.
doing fine. Yeah.
Everyone's fine.
Yeah, and it's and honestly, for me, I look back on it as I miss it, and I look back on it as fondness. I mean, I would do things over again if you know what I mean, my behaviors and stuff, and I would relate.
You would only shove one antacid up your ass. Do you remember when we went back for the relaunch of Mad a couple years ago?
I remember
And
that.
you were there. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
there.
Bobby and I were in hair and makeup, and Bobby's like, "Hey, can we get a couple of coffees?" And someone's like, "Yeah, we'll make a Starbucks run." Bobby's like, "Great." 15 minutes later, Bobby's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, is it coffee? Are they closed? Is it coming?" They're like, "The person's sorry, there's a mix-up. They're leaving right now." Another 15 minutes later, Bobby's like, "Hey, where's the coffee?" And the person was like, "They're walking in right now or something." We're
Yeah.
like, "Great."
Do we never?
Never got the coffee. An hour later, a guy comes in and goes, "Hey, I don't know if this coffee's gonna happen." I was like,
It was never gonna happen.
"Looks
Yeah.
like the ship is running
Yeah.
perfectly."
Wait, I think I remember having to run to Shake Shack for you guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, with your friend.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yes,
You
yes.
do remember that?
I do remember
Yeah.
that. There we are. We looking absolutely
Look how
deranged.
terrible.
Jesus Christ.
Haggard. We haven't slept in.
We look like
years.
it's mice and men, but if we're both Lenny.
Yeah, I know. We look terrible. But that was that specific thing we did.
Fun.
Was so fun.
So much
It was
fun.
so fun.
Yeah.
And also in my mind, I was like, this is not gonna last.
No.
Yeah,
Look at that. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah,
That was
great.
you had never left the MADtv.
Right.
lot.
So the sketch was that years later they're doing this reunion or a new show, MADtv, and I still lived in the walls.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a fun time we did, though. There were other shows on the lot.
Yeah. And your brother John.
My brother John wrote on
was
that.
writing on it. Yeah.
But we had other shows on the lot, so we always see people. Remember Cedric was shooting a show there?
That's right, that's
We used to
right.
hang out with January 6th participant Jay Johnston.
What happened?
I had like 15 people text me like when that went down. Or
So we
like,
knew this guy, Jake, right?
Jay.
That's a good friend.
Jay Johnston.
Yeah.
Legit one of the funniest guys in the world.
So talented.
like was on Mr. Show, was on the Sarah Silverman Show, was on Arrested Development. One of the funniest, most charming dudes. And there was about 6 months to a year where we were hanging with him a lot. We went
Yeah.
to Las Vegas with him a couple times.
Yeah.
He used to drive around town in a Nissan Pathfinder that had no windshield. So when you would get in the car, you had to put on goggles.
Yeah.
And people were doing things around that time.
Yeah.
With substances and chemicals. So we would just have these crazy party weekends with him. And I mean, like I'd go to his house for like 2 days.
Wow.
And then I just kind of lost touch with him. And then he stormed the Capitol.
Yeah, I just don't know where that turn is.
I mean, I think for some guys, they're like, no, I don't think this is the case for Jay. I don't know Owen at all, but I think there are some guys who are like, I'm not doing well anymore, so I'm just going to pivot right.
Yeah.
Because if you pivot right,
Yeah.
you can make so much fucking money
There's
in this
this
country.
Yeah, there's this TikToker. She used to be some like ASMR type chick. She was a lesbian. She was like pretty popular, but then she wasn't. She was also like a fashion girly. But now she goes by something milkmaid, and her whole
like a
shtick
trad wife?
is like, I cannot believe like I was brainwashed for so long, and now look at me, like I'm submissive to my husband, and we live in 100 acres, and she's basically now like a milkmaid.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
But it's such like a shtick because no one actually believes she has a husband. She just kind of curates this whole like look.
And she has a lot of following.
I mean, enough. I think it's rising because everyone's like, she went from like lesbian activist to like milkmaid.
If you're willing to fucking sell your soul out and be like, yes, I hate gay people, and the number one problem in this country, wokeness. I'm like, I'm homelessness too, healthcare, guns, that shit. Yeah. But if you want to go there and you don't give a fuck about like a moral compass, cha-ching.
Yeah, there's money to be made. For
Well, I mean, there's a part of me that understands it. You know what I mean? It's a whole sect of people that are disenfranchised. But my problem with it is that, the other, groups of people that are coming up now, we were disenfranchised for many, for some people, 400 years. You know what I mean? So my point is that it's like maybe the pendulum swung the other way for minorities or whatever, but it's like it's no need to react and go far right. You know what I mean? Because it's like we had to endure so much of it, being disenfranchised and not seen and no opportunity and whatnot. I mean, I remember like I was I was working a lot a couple years ago, and I'm not going to say who it was. And
Barack Obama.
No.
Oh, come on, dude.
Well, I mean, I'm going to bleep this out. I just do this.
Bleep it out.
Yeah,
bleep
bleep it out.
Bleep it out.
She was. I remember we're sitting there, and he goes, "Yeah, man, you're working a lot." Because I had just done Borderlands and a couple of other things, and he goes, "I got nothing now, man. I got nothing, man. It's so fucked up." He goes, I get like, I used to get 80 auditions a year, and I get 20 now." Mm-hmm. And I go, "Oh, that's funny because I used to get 2, and now I'm getting 8. Why? Because you're mad at the 8 I'm getting?
Right.
It's insane.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, Margaret Cho was just on 2 weeks ago, and we were talking
love
about,
her.
I love her too.
Fucking love her.
And Margaret and I are working, because back in the day when we, in the 90s, we got nothing.
No.
Right? And now I see Margaret on shit, and I'm like, because, you know what I mean? Now we have opportunity, and she's now ceasing that because she's still very young and youthful and whatnot, and she's, she deserved that the whole time.
The bummer for me too is knowing how many amazing people were there that we didn't get enough of. Like one of my favorite actors of all time is this guy Steve Park. Like Steve Park.
I love him.
He's in a Fargo. He's got my favorite scene in
He's
Fargo.
in the new Asteroid City.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now he's starting to get the love. But
Yeah.
This guy should have been one of the biggest actors of the 90s. But because we were like...
He killed it on Fargo.
He's so fucking good.
He's
dude.
so good.
I'm like, oh, you're such a super lady, Marge. Do you mind if I come over here and sit next to you?
And people, and also people think that I'm like he was the first.
He was the first
sketch
Asian
guy.
sketch
In
guy.
Living Color.
He was on
Yeah, and you want to hear
Color.
something sweet? Remember the white lady on A Living Color, Kelly Caulfield?
They're married.
They're
They
still
have
married
kids.
to this
They
day.
have kids.
I know.
Yeah. I did a movie with him.
Yeah,
and
he's
he's such a
amazing.
nice guy. Wedding Palace. Right.
Oh, that's right. I
And
remember
Margaret's in that too. Yeah.
Margaret.
Santino's very good on Dave, I gotta say.
He's really good.
Dave is a very
Dave is
good
a
show.
great show.
This last season was fucking phenomenal.
So good.
Yeah.
That last episode
with Brad Pitt.
with Brad Pitt, but with the girl who was like holding them kind of hostage. Who the fuck was she?
I don't know.
She was incredible.
I've never seen it. I refuse.
You will watch it? What?
No, jealousy.
Can you not watch?
I know watch.
That's funny. Is there are there things that you just can't watch because of just emotion?
No, it's not.
Because I have a couple things like that.
No, but number one, I don't know about you, but I'm not a comedy guy.
You can't watch comedy?
Yeah, I'll watch.
What are you watching?
I'll watch The Boys.
Okay.
Because it's infused with
Great
some action.
show.
It's a great show, and there's comedy in it. I love Succession.
Fantastic.
Fantastic show. And the humor is dark enough where it just kind of rings true for me. But in general, I just don't watch comedies. I don't know why. I've always been like that, right?
I think you'd like The Bear.
I'm sure I like it.
The Bear's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, chef.
Yes, chef.
That's what they say.
Well,
in the
Jamie Lee
Bear.
Curtis is in it. Who
Yeah,
else
second
is in it?
season.
And
You're like-
isn't Andrew Lopez in it or no?
Andrew
Dude,
Lopez
Maddie
in it.
Matheson's in
Chris,
it.
Yeah, Maddie.
Chris Wataski's.
Oh,
Wataski's
Lopez is
great.
in it, and Lopez is
Andrew
a
Lopez.
fucking great actor.
Yeah.
Wait,
man.
you know Andrew Lopez?
Yeah, he was in Blockers with me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was his
He wrote-
first movie
He
ever.
wrote on it too, right? Maybe.
Yeah, he probably did some round table stuff. But
I hung out with him last night. Great kid.
The
What a great
greatest.
kid. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
on Rogan's new show. He's so funny.
Yeah, he's so good.
So yeah. So do you think it's because you're just like you're so in constant comedy that at the end of the day you just don't want to laugh?
Ooh, Mike.
Well,
Butt.
what-
Mike.
about
Butt.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, because when I was in the Mindy project,
Yeah.
and we did 24 episodes a year, which
yeah.
is like now they do like 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I'm so tired. But at that time I was having a hard time watching comedy. I was like, I need to watch Zero Dark 30 a lot.
Yeah, I mean, because you have to imagine, I'm at comedy clubs every night.
Yes.
I'm always around comics, and it's like for some reason, I can still watch nostalgic shows like
Seinfeld.
I've never seen one.
Wow.
I'm going to say 2.
Crazy.
I'm going to say 2 shows. It's going to boggle your mind.
Friends is the other one.
No.
No.
Seinfeld, I've never seen an episode.
Okay, crazy.
The second one, it's going to blow your fucking mind.
Okay.
What's the yellow people?
Yellow people. Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
The yellow people?
That could have been problematic in a
Yeah.
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 I was gonna say fresh off the boat.
Fresh off the boat. I refuse.
Yeah.
It's like the yellow.
You say yellow people? You're talking. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen the Yellow People show.
First of all,
What are they? What are they?
They're human beings from fucking Springfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't look like human. They look yellow.
They have to be yellow.
Yeah.
Monochromatic. It's a whole.
All right. Oh, you know what show we did do together was Awesomes.
Oh my God! I have a giant Awesomes poster in my office.
Oh, you do?
People walk in, they see sumo. Your
Yeah,
name was sumo.
yeah, I was sumo in
You
that.
played a big fat
Yeah.
baby.
And can I say something? Can I say something about that show?
Yeah.
And I don't want to get emotional, but that came in a time where I literally, Ike, had nothing. I had nothing going. And I remember when Seth Meyers called me and he
Oh
goes,
my God.
he goes, listen, I know that because Broadway Videos produced it.
Sure.
And I guess Lauren wanted to audition it, right? And he goes, I put my foot down, and I'm like, I'm just gonna give it to you,
This is when we
right?
first got together.
Right. And I
remember
remember going, and I remember crying at the end of that thing. I go, what, dude? It's like if that dude ever needs anything in life, I'm there.
And I remember when Seth called me and said, we got to cast this part. Do you have Joe Coy's number? And I said, no, but I have Bobby Lee's number. And he went, this is exactly what he said. He went, okay. But it was
Is
a
that
nice
how that
moment.
went down?
It was a nice
Wow.
moment. It was a
Yeah,
nice
it's a nice moment. It's really nice. Yeah. Because at the time, Joe wasn't doing, it wasn't the Joe Coy today, but that's what hurts even more about that. But anywho, yeah, but I just remember going, wow. And I remember going, wow, people are looking out for me. And, a lot of people have done that for me. And I
Remember
really
that
appreciate it.
there was a sketch show that you
No, please
auditioned.
don't. Please don't.
No, I got to hear it. You can cut it out.
Because you, I know what you're gonna say.
Well, I want
I know she's gonna say it.
to cut it out.
She's gonna say it. But what I'm gonna say is,
Wait, I was there with you. I was rooting for you. Okay, so there was this no-name sketch guy from the UK. Like literally, I'd never heard of him. He hadn't had any credits, but there was
I think his
something.
name was Hamburger. Or something.
Hamburger or
Yeah.
something.
Not Neil Hamburger.
No.
No, it was some young
different
kid
Hamburger.
who was
Is
like
it the guy? Is it the stand-up who always goes hamburger?
No,
that
different Hamburger.
guy's fucking awesome.
I think he's out there. Yeah. Shucky Ducky.
Shucky Ducky.
Quack quack.
sorry.
anyway.
Wait, I need to hear this.
Why? Well, I want to talk about that. Well, hold on. There was 2 comics, one named Hamburger and one Shucky Ducky,
Ducky.
and their hook lines were hamburger, and then Shucky Ducky quack quack. Anyway, go.
He hit a punchline and be like, and I told my wife, shut that pussy down, hamburger. Fucking awesome.
And the crowd would say hamburger
It
with
was
them.
amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it's
It was
great. Yeah.
amazing. Anyways, I want to hear. So this is some British sketch show.
No, it wasn't even a sketch
It wasn't
show.
even. It was just they were just developing.
No,
It was just a concept.
they were doing
Pilot presentation.
a pilot presentation, and I was at the Comedy Store one night, and this is when the Comedy Store was, and he's a sweet guy.
He was,
and I think he's
by the way,
very funny.
talented. By the way,
Very talented.
Yeah.
And I remember I performed. And he goes, "Hey man, he's not."
Right, Bobby.
No.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
he's
He
mate.
got a skateboard.
No, he was an American who lived in London.
Oh.
And he goes,
Young kid, like 22.
yeah, and he's
maybe.
like, yeah, I think I have this pilot presentation. And I remember campaigning for it. Like really calling him and go, what do you need? And this and that. I was just so
Thirsty.
I was so thirsty for it, you know what I mean? And I remember bringing Krista Flanagan in.
Sure.
And then Krista came in and did it, you know what I mean?
Guys, and I remember you just like on your hands and knees at night, be like, I hope I get this. I hope I get this. And he'd wake up in the morning, babe, you think I'm gonna get it? Babe, they haven't called. Do you think they like
it's
me?
so sad.
Wow.
The image of like a little boy praying. Dear God, bless Ma and Pa, and please let me.
It's so hard,
It is.
Ike, it's so
all
fucking
the
hard.
shit that I had, the agreements that I've made with my version of God. If
Yeah.
I get this thing, like, oh my God, don't worry, and I'll kill him. I'll fucking kill him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to? Because I remember after Mad, you and I did. You wrote a pilot.
Like Bobby Jordan.
Yeah, it was me, you, and Jordan.
Yeah.
we shot the pilot.
We shot the pilot, which was really funny. Troy Miller directed it. It was like he directed all the Mr. Show stuff.
It's so funny because that the hamburger guy,
Is it Troy?
right, was a Troy Miller thing.
Got it.
Because I remember going to Troy's thing
Again.
On Ventura.
And Ventura
Yeah.
over there, yeah, over there, and
Got a Segway. He's rolling around in a Segway.
yeah. So interesting. So
Well, I want to hear how this ended, though.
He didn't get it.
That's fucked up, by the way. That's fucking insane.
But also, it never came to be. Like nothing.
it never
ever
came to
had-
be.
Yeah.
It never came to be.
I mean, there's so many things that I've shot that have never. I did a movie with a Japanese girl teenage ska band. Just me and them. Never fucking came out.
Wow.
Ike Bobby Jordan was super funny.
yeah. Imagine now, Ike Barinholtz, Bobby Lee, and Jordan Peele, a pilot. Is it 30 minutes?
I think we did a short, like it was like 20 minutes.
Do you still have it?
Somewhere I could find it.
Yeah.
I remember there was a scene where we like went to go hit on some girls at a bar.
Yeah.
And we all like dressed up in what outfits that we thought made us look hot.
Yeah.
And you were wearing like jeans and a t-shirt. I was wearing a suit, and Jordan was dressed like Morpheus from the Matrix. He had like the little glasses.
I remember that. I remember that.
Ladies, we'd like to have you come to a party with us.
I remember that. Yeah. I also remember, I want to apologize, we got in a fight.
We did get in a fight, but
Over what? Do you remember?
it was
It was a cigarette. Remember,
you were smoking,
smoking
at the house.
at the house. Yeah.
I was like, can you be respectful for once?
yeah. And I remember going, you know what I mean? Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm doing this for free.
All true.
All true.
Show me the lie.
Yeah, so shame.
I mean, should we try to sell it now during the strike? Backdoor it?
Ooh.
Yeah, he would never. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be
They'll
great
never have
if
it.
Jordan's like, yeah, I was gonna direct Schindler's List too, but I'll do the Ike Bobby Jordan pilot again. Dust off the Morpheus leather jacket.
Yeah. Amazing. But imagine now.
That was-
I would love to see it though.
I'll see if I
Yeah,
can find
I would
it.
love to do it. Yeah.
It was really fun. Man.
So let's plug some of the stuff. So what do you have a new movie? Because I follow Stassen too.
Oh my God.
So what's
yeah.
what's it called?
It's called Maximum Truth.
Maximum Truth.
Very
And
funny.
Where is it?
It's very funny, folks. It's on demand. You can order it on demand. Yeah. Do you know Dylan O'Brien? You know who this kid is? Dylan O'Brien. He's one of these guys who, if you're like over 40, you're like, I know that face. And if you're under 30, you're obsessed with him.
Oh wow.
After one night when we were shooting, we went to this bar on Ventura, and it was just like a perfect like distillation of our two fandoms. We're sitting down, and a waitress comes over. She's probably like 23, and she sees Dylan, and she like fucking freezes, and her knees start shaking, and she's like. And her friend comes over and she's like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "I have to talk to him. I have to talk to him." And like came over and just like trembling. And he's like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you." And like 10 minutes later, this like 50-year-old guy is leaving with like his like 30-year-old girlfriend, and he looks at me and goes, "SNL," and just walks.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I get that all still today. They mix it up.
Yeah. I mean,
completely different experiences.
Totally different.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah.
different. People will still say to me sometimes, "Are you going to audition for SNL?" And I'm like, I'm in my mid 40s.
I get that too.
I don't think.
Oh, why didn't you do it? What? Like you could just sign up.
Like, yeah, I was
Yeah,
just
I mean-
like, well, I did this one.
Yeah.
I'm ready to jump over here now.
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, maximum truth.
Seth Meyers said it's depressing to see a poster now where I'm the old guy. But this is a very funny movie.
Yeah.
It's very much in like set in the world of like we were talking about, like right-wing grifters, like people right now who are like, I need to make money, and the best way to do that is to kind of try to get it from people who are like obsessed with like righty politics. So very, very stupid, very funny.
It looks really fun.
It goes down like a ice cold pop on a summer day.
yeah.
That's what I say.
It's funny. I've had to detach myself from the whole political thing because it's just I found myself getting obsessed, and also it would dictate how I would feel during the day.
Yeah.
So there's a sense of powerlessness. So I just can't watch it anymore.
Oh, I completely disconnected. I just read the important things, I would say. But the good news is Trump is coming back. Like, he is going to be the nominee for sure.
For sure, he could win.
Oh, if there's even like a mild like recession,
Why? Now listen. Why are you laughing?
he could.
No. But are you excited? Because I don't know where he stands. Are you excited?
RFK all day.
RFK.
Yeah. You know he wants to do this.
He does?
No,
Hey.
not RFK.
No, which
the
one?
other Kennedy.
His son.
Hey,
Whoa.
say to RFK, hey, you fucking dumbass. How could your whole thing be going up against Big Pharma, but you're clearly taking steroids? Like, they don't work. Pick
jacked old guy.
one.
Hey.
Pick
Not
one.
the juice.
Wait, what's the Kennedy that we were talking to?
No, it's not RFK, sweet. Because if
Definitely
you had said RFK, I would have been like, okay,
You're
let's
talking
go.
to Kennedy, the former VJ.
No, there's a Kennedy that's a senator
Yeah.
who's going to run for office.
Yeah.
And I got a call from his friend.
Yeah.
Right, going he likes it. He might want to do your
He's
podcast.
into comedy. His,
Yeah. So who is it?
Is it the one who ran for Senate in Massachusetts and lost?
No, he really is a senator now or something.
And he's a Kennedy?
He's Bobby Kennedy's son.
I mean, there's this guy. He's 71.
No, this guy's
No.
He's not a Kennedy.
No, not that one. No, who's the one that's running for office? I want to get that.
RFK.
RFK
is running for president.
RFK is running for president.
He wants to do it.
Not RFK.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He's married to.
No, I know, but that's not the name you gave me. If you had said RFK, my reaction would have been different.
It was 100% RFK because, yeah, he wants to do because he did Whitney, right? Or he's going to do Whitney's or something.
He does.
Probably. He's doing a lot of podcasts.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So he's doing them,
Yeah.
and so I got a call going, RFK wants to do
I want
it.
Ike to sit in for that.
Yeah,
for
I would
some
love
reason.
to.
Yeah. Him.
Yeah.
He wants to do it. That's the guy.
Tell him he has to do it shirtless, and he has to tell us his exact fucking steroid schedule. He's
Yeah.
not going to do shit. It's gonna here, guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be Trump and Biden again, and the debate is going to be
The best.
Trump is going to go, Hunter Biden is horrible, and another thing, he keeps taking pictures of his penis. It's disgusting. And Joe is going to be like, he died in war. leave him out of it.
I know.
And it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait.
There's no one else that we. I mean, he's so old. Is there anyone else?
No. And I'm just for you. I don't know if you want anyone else. I could see them Trump sneaking in. Like, who's going to be Kamala Harris? Like,
I
no,
mean,
they're gonna-
honestly, every time I bring this name up, people go. I mean, their reaction. Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom, you have a surplus. Gavin Newsom was always like, we have surplus here in California, $200 billion. I'm like, then fucking use it. Fucking build housing for homeless people, motherfucker. Holy fuck. Yeah, but I know it's gonna be Joe and Trump and like the only thing is Trump. I could see a world where he like dies at one
They're both gonna die.
They're both
eventually.
gonna die, but like Biden, they're pumping him full of all kinds of experimental steroids.
It's weekend
and
at Bernie's
chemicals.
at this
Oh
point.
yeah,
yeah.
But Trump, there's gonna be like a day like next year at some point where like he is supposed to get on a plane and go do like a fucking rally for a bunch of hogs in fucking Arkansas. And he's going to have to like go to court that day. And he's going to be like, I'm not going to court. I'm actually not going to go. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And he's going to have like his heart
A heart
is going to
attack.
just
Implode.
explode. It's
Yeah.
like, it's a lot of stress to be like wanted.
Yeah, I think that though. I think
But you know, he was at the UFC fight this past
and they
weekend.
cheered.
Yeah, but then no, like it's there was like not a lot of security detail.
No one.
Like I was kind of like, oh, maybe
But at UFC, everyone's like, I fucking love you, Mr. Trump.
Number
No one's-
45, 45.
He went to the fucking symphony here. I think he might need a little bit of extra security. Yeah, no, he's the guy. It's his world, and he's complete. His brain is completely fried at this point. Trump, almost more than Biden's, which is crazy. Biden,
Really? Oh wow.
Biden is like he's sundowning. Like I just read this article where they're like, Biden is like talking to staff and saying, "Get the fuck out of here! What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, that's
sundowning.
sundowning.
Yeah.
It is.
That's sundowning. Yeah.
But Trump's brain is like it will be worth it though to watch him tear through the other Republican nine. Like when he does a debate and like Ron DeSantis is like, I want to take on Disneyland. Trump's gonna be like, first of all, this guy's a little late in the loafers. I think you know what I mean. Second of all, I love Disney. Like,
Do you know how old Ron DeSantis is?
he's like
44?
42.
44.
Yeah, 44. Yeah.
He's young.
He's that woman Nikki Haley is gonna like be like,
Yeah.
we can be a better American. Trump will be like, tell him your real name, Nikki.
Yeah.
She has an Indian last name. He will fucking cut through them like
Butter. Yeah.
He
yeah,
like
yeah.
in the last ones in 2016.
Yeah.
Remember what he did? Remember like Rand Paul got up and Trump goes, "What is this guy still doing here?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?" And it was just like, bye. Ted Cruz, he was like, "Your wife's an ugly bitch." That's like, all right, sir.
Yeah, he brought a completely different level to this game.
Marco
Yeah.
Rubio, he's like, little Marco, look at his little hands. He's probably got a little dick. And Marco Rubio's like, I don't agree. Jeb Bush. He's like, Jeb Bush is like, I believe we are better than this. He's like, yeah, well, at least my dad didn't do 9/11. Just fucking crush
Wow,
them.
crusher.
That's what he.
That's what he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, he's gonna crush these motherfuckers.
Did you hang out with Hitchcock recently?
Yeah, the picket lines, and again, both of us want to thank you for your service,
honestly,
and your dedication.
Can I say something, Ike?
Yes.
Invite me.
I'm actually going to go on Friday with Michael McDonald.
And guess what? I'm in Hawaii. Yeah.
Well, I
I'm
assume
in
you're
fucking Hawaii.
there picketing the Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah. Magnum PI.
What
Magnum
show?
PI. Okay, it got canceled.
Oh, did it get canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, my boy Jay. Man. How great is Jay?
He's the best.
so
Isn't he
great.
the fucking best? He's an ugly motherfucker, but he is, I'm joking. He's the best.
Yeah.
Even when we did Suicide Squad, they
Yeah.
shaved his head and eyebrows. Like we'd go into a bar and all the girls would be like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. One of the nicest guys. It was one of those shows where I did like 15 of them,
Ugh.
and it's like one of my favorite shows.
Dream to
It's
go
a
to
dr-
Hawaii. Hawaii is the best place in the world.
Yeah.
Like, and to go.
I did get banned from their hotel.
Just one, two.
For what?
When he
Smoking?
relapsed. When he
When he
relapsed.
I relapsed.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
You told me like when we were on Larchmont, and you were like, "Anyways, I relapsed. I gotta go."
Oh yeah, that time.
Yeah.
That time.
What? Were you just causing havoc at the hotel?
No, I was
Smoking
smoking. So I was smoking weed in the on the patio, and then people on the board could watch me. So I started doing it in the room, but with the right. So my head's popped open outside. My body's in the room, my head's outside, and I'm smoking out of a bong.
Fine.
And I hear, "Hey man, you can't smoke there." And I look up, and there was a fat man on the second level, a fat man, right? And he's looking down, and I go, "Hey man, fuck you." That was the manager.
Oh.
So then the producers call me, and they go, "You gotta leave. You gotta leave the hotel."
Holy shit.
So I'll go, "Well, where can I stay?"
And I was like, he's like, I got kicked out. And so I'm like trying to like book.
Yeah, and my best friend's the executive producer, so I was like, it was fine, but you know what I mean? Gene Hong. He lives.
My boy.
He lives
Gene
by-
Hong been at the Paramount picket line with me.
He has been.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the
Gene has
greatest.
been there
Gene
a
Hong is
lot.
the best,
And
dude.
Gene goes like 40,000 steps at those picket
Yeah,
lines.
he's moving, man. He's moving.
When I get back from Hawaii, we'll do it. Anyway,
Anyways,
it's really nice to have you here.
you.
Listen, I want to say this. Ike,
Is that your name?
so if you ever want to promote anything, come here because my fans will come.
Bro, I gotta tell you guys, for so long I've wanted to do this podcast, and I've asked Bobby, like, "Can I do the podcast?" And he's like,
It's insane.
We record at 9 o'clock," and I was like, "I can't." Like, I'm asleep. by
I've
9.
changed. We've changed it.
I will do this.
Okay, so-
I'm. You know what? I'm doing it every day. I'm doing it now.
Anytime you want to promote anything, come on and we'll promote it.
When RFK comes on.
When RFK comes on, I will take you up on that. I'm joining this, and I'm joining your one with Santino. Santino's out. I'm your new fucking co-host, motherfucker.
Oh wow!
By the way, this would be great.
That'd be great.
This-
him and I together. Oh, man.
You-
Should we start a third podcast? Because I think
I
more
would-
stand-ups need podcasts.
Yeah, Santino would lose his mind.
No, well, ours will be different. Here's what ours
Yeah.
looks at clips from TigerBelly and your podcast with
Yeah.
Santino, and then
Yeah.
we talk. It's like Talking Dead, but
Yeah.
for your other shit.
It'd be funny though. Like we did for a year. You and I did it.
Yeah.
a movie review show or something like that.
Oh my God! Oh, can I tell you one quick story?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was at the picket line,
Yeah.
and you guys ever heard of the show Bosch? You know,
Oh, yeah,
Bosch,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fucking badass show. So I get there and I see Bosch at the picket line, Titus Welliver, and I walk up to him like, "Hey man, I'm a big fan." He goes, "You're a fan of mine. Let me fucking tell you something. 15 years ago, I go to see a movie with my kid. All of a sudden, these two guys are running around. I look up, I see one guy's asshole. I go, who the fuck are these guys? This kid goes, that's Bobby Lee and Ike Barinholtz."
Why is my asshole out?
Do you remember when we went and shot an Oscar bit for Mad, where we went basically like it was like Ike and Bobby go to the movies.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it was
yeah, yeah.
Oscar. It was we went to go see all the Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we just took
In that shitty hotel. It was in North Hollywood, right?
we went to a theater and we literally just had a camera and a sound guy and
Yeah.
we just did bits for like 3 hours. And one of them, you went to the front of the screen and pulled your pants down and showed your asshole. And Titus Welliver was there with his 12-year-old son.
Oh my.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So,
You
but
remember
it's,
we did a sketch with my dad? It was me,
Rest in
Ike,
peace.
and my dad. There he is, right there.
Beautiful. There he is.
Yeah, there he is.
He turns to Bobby at one point and he goes, "Bobby, you're very, very tired." And Bobby goes, and he like nodded like he knew what to do.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
walks over to a PA and gives him like a 50 and goes, "I need you to go to the corner store and get my father a beer and a Clamato."
Yeah.
Whoa.
And they went and got him
And
drunk.
then when-
You know, when
Yeah.
he relapsed, he was a Clamato guy.
Clamato.
Clamato guy, yeah.
Well, if you're gonna relapse, it's good to drink the most disgusting shit.
It's funny because after the MADtv, Comedy Central gave me a pilot, right? So my dad was in the pilot.
Yeah.
And wrote him this monologue, which was a mistake. Because my dad shows up and he's scared, you can tell.
Yeah.
And they said he put him on his mark, and I go, we go action, and he looks into the camera, and he just ran off.
Oh.
I remember when we did the sketch with your mom and she hit me. She slapped me in the face.
Oh yeah.
And she was also like, "I like Han Solo." Trying to like hit on me.
Yeah.
It was great. Good times.
Anyway, Ike, I love you. Thanks for doing it.
What a
and,
treat, guys. I'm serious. It was.
Don't be-
That was a fucking.
Don't be like that!
It was a sincere fucking comment, motherfucker.
Fun. It was a fun episode.
Thanks, guys.
Ay makabuluhan